Welcome to Lifelong Learning. Today we are going to learn about mastering Java error handling tips and tricks. Begin today's topic. Just a reminder to you to please like, share and subscribe if you are enjoying the contents of our channel. Do you find yourself feeling frustrated and confused when coding in Java due to common errors that keep popping up? Here you will get solutions to all of these errors. Null pointer exception. Array index out of bounds exception. This error occurs when you try to access an element in an array that does not exist. For example, if you try to access the 10th element in an array that only has 9 elements, you will get an array index out of bounds exception. Arithmetic exception. This error occurs when you try to perform an arithmetic operation that is not valid, such as dividing by 0. Example is as shown below. This error occurs when the JVM cannot find a class that is required by your program. In Java, a ClassNotFoundException error occurs when the program tries to use a class that it can't find. This can happen if the program needs to use a class that isn't included in the program's code and it can't find that class in the system's libraries. For example, if you try to use a class that is not included in your project dependencies, you will get a ClassNotFoundException. This could be due to 3 reasons. 1. Either you have not typed the name of that class correctly. 2. You have not included that class. 3. The class does not exist at all. Study the example below. FileNotFoundException. This error occurs when you try to access a file that does not exist. Solution: type the file name correctly and provide correct path of the file. To fix this error, make sure the file exists before attempting to access it. You can use the file.exists method to check if a file exists.
NoSuchMethodError.
This error occurs when you try to call a method that does not exist in the class or interface you are working with. Solution: to fix this error, make sure the method you are calling actually exists in the class or interface you are working with. Double-check the method name, parameters, and return type. Out-of-memory error. This error occurs when your program runs out of memory. Solution: to fix this error, check for infinite loops in your code. Avoid creating unnecessary objects and make sure you are using the appropriate data structures for your program's needs. Make sure your program is not using more memory than it needs. Stack overflow error. This error occurs when the stack memory is full due to excessive recursive function calls or a very deep call stack. To solve this error, you need to make sure that the recursive function terminates at some point.
Type mismatch error.
This error occurs when you try to assign a value of one data type to a variable of another data type. For example, if you try to assign a string to an int variable, you will get a type mismatch error. This error occurs when you pass an illegal or invalid argument to a method. For example, if you pass a negative number to a method that expects a positive number, you will get an illegal argument exception. To solve this error, you need to make sure that the argument is valid before passing it to the method. ClassCastException. This error occurs when you try to cast an object to a subclass of which it is not an instance. Solution: to fix this error, Make sure the object you are casting is actually an instance of the subclass you are casting it to. You can use the instanceOf operator to check before casting.